Hi, I'm Roshan. I'm going to talk about the agenda. The first thing is we have company profile, which is YTL Corporation, KPJ, Maybank, and also TNB. Our financial analysis is return, risk, and efficiency, and our the expected return, which has standard deviation, coefficient of variation, and our case study, which has three, is applying to the concept, conclusion, and recommendation. And for the company profile, we have four companies which is YTL Corporation, which is a commodity as an industry. Core business is infrastructure, utilities, cement, properties, and also hospitalities. And significant is major diversity, infrastructure, and utility of growth. Our company is Maybank, which has the financial services, which has a core business of commercial banking and also insurance, and in the investment banking. Significant is one of the largest banking group in the Southeast Asia, and we have KPJ Healthcare Center, which has an industry of healthcare, core businesses, which has operation of specialty private hospitals, and the infectious is leading private health provider in Indonesia. And we have technology, Tenaga Nation, which have industry as utilities and also energy, which is core business of generation, transmission, and also distribution of electricity, and which has the significant of Dormancy Electric Utility and Peninsula Malaysia. And our financial analysis, we have concept of the weight of average of possible return, which is the formula of E square R equal to pi of 1PR X R1, which is result of the sample portfolio. This is a calculation expected return. This is the insert in the portfolio's weighted average. And the interpretation is an average expected return of calculated suggests the average potential gain from holding the mixed blue chip stock. And financial analysis uses the risk of the standard deviation. Now, the concept of standard deviation measures the volatility of the total risk, which is a formula of optional, and also you take it, which is the LPR times R1 minus E equal to R bracket and bracket of 2, which is a sample of portfolio, calculated standard deviation, which is to be inserted in the portfolio calculated. And the interpretation of the calculated is okay reflect the expected fluctuation around the average return. Utility of banking stock as a TNB and also Maybank typically have lower or contributing of YTL, and which have the risk of the other rating of CV, which is the coefficient of variance CV, which is the amount of risk taken per unit of expected return, which is lower CV is better.
Okay, hi madam, my name is Tian Play, and today I'm going to talk about the financial analysis risk adjusted return, which will be the CVE. So the concept is when the coefficient of variation C measure the amount of risk taken per unit of expect between lower CV is better. So this will be the formula. And next I'll be talking about the case study. So the case study scenario review will be the case study context. Define the specific scenario event, example the impact of the government national energy and transportation roadmap and ETR on TNB and YTL power, or the effect of rising interest rates on Maybank. The next will be the key decision problem, analyze the financial viability of TNB's green energy investment, Maybank expansion into digital banking, KPJ's new hospital project using risk metrics. Used, for example, adjusted earnings for forecast device probability distributions. So the case study calculation and the impact. So we need to focus on how the expect return and the standard deviation and the CV calculation change due to the case study scenario. And the next will be the result scenario, expect return case company, standard deviation case company, and the coefficient of variation case company. And the impact analysis will be the scenario, increase and decrease the risk, and make the investment more or less efficient CV. The conclusion will be the key findings. The most risk efficient stock in the sample base historical CV is the lowest CV company. Highest CV company, which will offers the highest risk for the return generated. The case study scenario analysis highlighted the sensitivity of the case company to the specific risk factor. Strategic insight risk diversification across different sectors, utilities, finance, and healthcare helps stabilize portfolio overall and improve the composite CV. Recommendation based on the risk return analysis, we recommend overweight, neutral, underweight. Stands on the four company, which will be the Vital Corporation, KPG Healthcare, Maybank, Tenaga National, and the justification. The calculate CV demonstration that the current expected return does and does not adequately compensate the investor for the volatility observed, especially when factoring in the outcome of the case study. That's all from us, madam. Thank you.